Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. It's looking like it's going to be an absolutely fantastic day for Bitcoin, for US markets, for crypto, for every freaking thing that involves investing. And that's because one man has won and is now the new president, or will become the new president, is now president-elect, and that is right, Donald J. Trump. So let's talk about what to expect. Let's look at markets. Let's look at crypto. Let's look at Bitcoin. And by the way, if you haven't been paying attention, Bitcoin is at an all-time high. We broke through. I had a live stream yesterday. I was getting a little tipsy, and we formed a brand new high. And we're probably going to do more of that today. And we shattered through a lot of resistance. We liquidated a lot of shorts, and a lot of alts started pumping. So we're going to have a good day. We're going to have a good stream. Let's get started. Let's do it. Welcome, guys. Look at where we are starting out the day above our previous high. That red line right there, 73.8. When we first shattered it, I didn't know the exact dot, but we shattered it multiple times, and we are utilizing it as a support now. That's how strong Bitcoin is. We're at 74.3, and we went as high as 75. Actually, we went even higher. We went 75 first time. We hit a second time. Then we hit 75.4. Then we hit 74.8, and then right now we're at 74.4. So it's been a roller coaster, right? But we're looking very, very strong right now. And then you have a lot of alts. I mean, overall, the global market cap went up 7.5%. And you got one of my favorites, Solana, closing in at 190, who has flipped above BNB, up 13%. You got Doge at plus 14. They were at plus like almost 18% yesterday. Avalanche finally getting some love, plus 12%. Chainlink, Sui still on fire. Sui's now at 230. It was just at $2 like a day ago. You got Uniswap now jumping because now people know Gary's gone. And I think that's the reason. Uniswap up a staggering 30%. That's insane. And, everything's basically, other than stable coins, everything is in the green. And most are in double digits. It's looking absolutely fantastic. This is why we hodl. This is why we DCA. This is why we don't give up, guys. We don't fall for FUD. This is why I tell you guys to withstand the volatility and to just keep going for days like this where you feel dirty, right? And this is just the beginning. I don't know what Dow is at. 1,300 right now. Fantastic. We haven't seen a plus 1,000 Dow day since when? I don't even remember. Years since COVID days. NASDAQ plus 300. Tesla up 14%, 288, 52-week high. Elon definitely back the right person. He was hanging out with Trump all night. Tesla at a new 52-week high. Sailor and MicroStrategy up 13%. They're closing in at their high too. Their .com bubble high of 300, getting closer and closer. And Coinbase jumping a staggering 19%. But they're not quite back to their previous high. I mean, they were at like 240. Oh no. Oh, they broke through their recent 220 mark. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. That's really good. See? Coinbase, I've been talking a lot about them. Oh, we're going higher, guys. We are going higher. Today, man, we may be shattering our yesterday high of 75. And you know those shorters, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about those shorters. They're not giving up, and I'm going to show you why. Because last night when I was looking at those short walls, they disappeared, but they came back. It's like the shorters didn't have enough, and they're like, yeah, I want some more wreckage, and they're going to get some more. So yesterday when I was streaming last night, we had about $180 million worth of short positions liquidated, and that's kind of what drove us higher because we had a good amount of shorts liquidated. We had a short squeeze. But look at it this morning. I just refreshed this. We got a new round of short liquidation walls, I should say, that have built up, that are getting ready to be wrecked once again. So we are moving up here. Right there, that big yellow wall is 75.6. That is 24 million. And right above that one, 76,000 is 26 million. And between that is 20 million. So if we could get to 76,000, that is roughly like $75 million worth. And even to get up to there, the one that we're facing right now, 74.8, is 18.6 million. And then 13 million, 12 million, 8 million. So if we climb up to 76,000 from here, that's like another 150 million waiting to be wrecked, right? Again, people don't learn from their mistakes. They got wrecked yesterday by 150 million, and they're like, I'm going to make that back by shorting Bitcoin again because it can't possibly go higher, and they're going to get wrecked by another 150 million. That's what it's looking like, right? Like, I don't get why you would short Bitcoin. Just don't do it, especially today when the momentum is here. You know everything's going to explode today. Why would you do it? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Anyways, Bitcoin whales accumulating. Obviously, I don't need to, I don't need to explain that. That's why everything's going up, because everyone's accumulating right now. Everyone's excited. Obviously with the potential of Trump coming back, what is he going to do for the economy? All the things that he's saying, will he implement? Is he going to fire Gary Gensler day one? What about the Bitcoin strategic reserve? I think he said he's going to buy 5% of the supply. 5% of supply is no joke, okay? All the ETFs so far have accumulated about 12% of supply. So to instantly buy another 5% of supply, that will drive prices much higher. So that's no joke. So some of these things that he said, removing capital gains tax from Bitcoin, especially when you spend it, things like this. I don't know. Hopefully it's all true. But you know what? Bitcoin is now closing in on silver in terms of market cap. We are now the 9th largest asset in the world, closing in on silver. And we have surpassed silver before. In 2021, silver's market cap was not that large. So we have surpassed silver before. But pretty soon, we'll move up and we will surpass some of these big tech giants. It's kind of crazy that NVIDIA is number 2. NVIDIA wasn't even in the top 10 in 2021, and now they're above Google, Microsoft, Apple. They're sitting at number 2 below gold. But here's the thing, Bitcoin will probably be sitting at number 2 by the end of this cycle. That's how far Bitcoin will climb, I believe, by the end of this cycle. It's not going to surpass gold by the end of the cycle, but next cycle, possibly. Again, a lot of people, especially new retail people coming in, will say, Bitcoin is too large. I can't make any money from Bitcoin, right? They look at this price tag and they're like, it's too expensive. Even if I buy $5,000 worth of Bitcoin, I buy $10,000 Bitcoin, it can't possibly make me any money. But every single cycle, we see it go up magnitudes higher, just like last election when Biden got in, it was 13,000. Last time Trump got in, it was $680. And when Obama got in, it was $10. So whoever comes in as president after Trump, it could be $300,000. It's just going to keep on going. It's not going to stop. That's what people don't realize. And it's going to be a shame when people just, keep on sitting on the sidelines ignoring it, right? And we are just continuing higher. 74.8 now. Look at that volume too. Look at that volume. It is massive volume right now. It's massive. All right, those shorts are just asking for it. Anyways, what else is there? That giant cup and handle that we've been looking at for quite some time, we're finally breaking out in a good way. We saw this in 2017, we saw it in 2021, but really we're mimicking the 2017 cycle. And, when you break out of a giant cup and handle that's been forming for 3 years, the next target is pretty darn high. And by the end of this year, we can see triple digits. I've been calling that since forever, since the beginning of the year. And I'm still thinking it's in play. We can hit triple digits by the end of this year. Let's see where November takes us. If we can hit mid-80s, high 80s by the end of this month, there is no reason why we can't hit 100,000 plus by the end of December, right? The way we're moving right now, we're closing in at 75,000, 76,000, and it's only the first week of November. I don't see why it's unreasonable for us to hit mid-80s, high 80s by the end of this month. And if we're at, say, high 80s, let's say we end the month at 88,000. Is it unreasonable to think we're going to go up another 12,000 by the end of December? I think that's pretty reasonable. But according to this, we're jumping straight up to about 110,000 by 2025. It's in play, guys. It's in play. Yeah, so not sure that this is going to happen. The last time Trump won was when Bitcoin was $680. Again, that's just crazy to think about. Bitcoin is over 100x higher since then. But Bitcoin went straight up from $680 to roughly $20,000. So if we're following that trajectory and we go up the same amount, then Bitcoin will go up to like $800,000, $700,000 by the end of 2025. I don't think that's going to happen, guys, but if it happens, great for all of us Bitcoiners. It's eventually going to happen, not this cycle. The next cycle, that could drive us certainly higher to maybe 600, 700, 800,000 Not this cycle, but eventually it will. That's why becoming a whole coiner is so important. Again, a lot of people don't think that's worth holding on to Bitcoin or getting in Bitcoin, but one day, even having one Bitcoin will make you a millionaire. And that day could be sooner than expected. Again, a lot of people live in the moment and only care about what happens day to day, week to week, or even year to year. But when you measure Bitcoin in a 4-year cycle, and you look at a couple cycles, for example, 8 years, you go back 8 years and you realize Bitcoin went up 100x, more than 100x. It's just insane to think about. All right. A few more things. Election years. Last 2 times we had elections. 2020, they happen to be, by the way, if you haven't picked it up, last times we had election years correlated with halving years, okay? Every 4 years, just so you know. So that's 2016 was a halving year, 2020 halving year, 2024 halving year. So that's why the performance is so great, but also elections, they all play into it. 2020 though, we actually had a fantastic last 3 months. October, Moonvember, and Santa Rally. And in 2016, pretty similar, but not as good. And this year, so far, so good. We'll see how November ends, and then Santa Rally. The Santa Rally could be crazy. 2016, we were up 31% in December. 2020, we were up 47% in December. Let's see what happens this November and December. If we have the same kind of like 40+% gains in November and December, that's going to push Bitcoin to like not only 6 digits, we'll be at like 120 or 130,000. That would be absolutely insane. I don't know if there's enough money to do that, but that would be absolutely insane. We'll see. We'll see. Bitcoin price predictions from public figures. Some wild figures thrown out there by many people. Some of these are not this cycle, obviously. Some of these are just like, you know, just figures thrown out, you know, by 2028, by 2045, by 2030. But, you know, by 2025, we have Peter Brand, who's a trader, 135,000. Robert Kiyosaki, 500,000. Arthur Hayes, 750,000 by 2026. Tim Draper, 250,000. That's in line. You know, a lot of these are in line. Kathy Wood of ARK, big Tesla bull and Bitcoin bull, says 1 million by 2030. That's next cycle. Mike Novogratz of Galaxy Digital, 500,000 by 2028. That seems reasonable. That's, again, next cycle. Plan B, 2026, 400,000? I don't know. That could be, but that's like after the cycle. That's like crypto winter. But hey, if we have a super cycle, we just keep on going because the ETF inflows keep on coming in and we don't ever go down. That could be very likely. And then, of course, you got Saylor saying 13 million by 2045. Who knows? Who knows? With hyperinflation, it could be possible. It could definitely be possible. All right. And then, you know, alts are actually doing well, right? A lot of you guys, I don't know if any of you guys are really bullish about Doge, but maybe some of you guys are from 2021. But Doge have certainly broken out. It hit 22 cents yesterday. That's the March high that it formed. And now it's on its way. If it could break out of that, I think it came down a little bit. Now it's down to like 20 cents. But if it could break out of the 22 cent high, you know, according to this trader, the next level is 45 cents. You know, if it hits 45 cents, it's not too far off from its 70-cent high. And Doge, you know, goes through these crazy pumps. In 2021, it was left for dead. No one thought it was going to pump at all until Elon came in and started pumping the hell out of it, and it went up to 70 freaking cents. And you know what? It's starting to move in the same kind of pattern. So if it starts to move, it can really move. So just pay attention to that. But really, overall, a lot of you guys are waiting for that altcoin season, or at least a mini altcoin season, waiting for alts to move. We're starting to see that a little bit. I told you guys recently, retail is kind of scared to put money in because Bitcoin is led by institutions and whales. But, now that Bitcoin has formed a new high, people are excited again with the new administration that's going to be coming in. Yesterday, obviously, we saw a lot of money flow into alts. And if this continues for the remainder of this year, right, we can definitely see a mini altcoin season. I speculated that we could see alts come back to life a little bit, right? We could see Bitcoin dominance possibly coming down a little bit. And, I think a lot of you guys will feel a little bit happier seeing the alts come up a little bit. All right, that's pretty much it. Coinbase still doing good. MicroStrategy still doing good. Coming down a little bit. Euphoria coming down a little bit. Tesla down a little bit, 12%. Overall, market still doing pretty well. Bitcoin coming down a little bit. But still, absolutely fantastic day. Let's do some Q&A. I am myself on mute. Skipping stones, thank you. And then I was answering the one who cares. The one who cares. I was answering you about longs, congratulations, and accepting Doge for a Cybertruck, waiting for Elon. He still hasn't opened up crypto payments for Teslas. He said he would, but haven't yet. Not sure why. Hopefully he does that soon. What else is up today? Nvidia up slightly 2%. Robinhood up 9%. Sui up 13%. That's great. Jupiter up 9%. Not as much as Sol, though. Sol's up 11%. Stacks up 8%. ETH up 8%. ETH is still 2,600. That's kind of still bad. I mean, ETH was like 4,000 back in March. ETH is just really not getting much love right now. That Microsoft BTC vote got more interesting. That's right. I totally forgot about it. Microsoft is going to vote in December whether or not they should purchase Bitcoin. Now that Bitcoin is even higher and broke its recent high or all-time high, I wonder if the shareholders are going to be more, I'm going to push the board to buy Bitcoin. What's up with BCH lagging behind? BCH is garbage, man. I don't know why you're asking about BCH. It should be lagging behind because it's not Bitcoin. It's garbage. XRP still lagging behind. BNB is really lagging behind. BNB is not moving at all. Tron really not moving right now. Yeah, Shiba also not moving. Mari Red, thanks for everything. Hey, man, appreciate you. I haven't seen you in a while. Do you believe Chainlink is one of the safer plays in crypto right now? It is one of the safer plays. That's why it's been so calm. But it is in the RWA. It is expanding. It just expanded to Solana too recently. So I think that's a good move. But yeah, I think it's safe. It's slowly creeping up. It's up 9%. It was up 9% today. Overall, it's a very safe play. It's never one that pumps crazily, but it kind of just hangs in there. I still say it's safe. It's setting up itself quite nicely. Minty, how can I send you a bottle of Blue Label when we hit 100? The easiest way is just to send me a $200 super chat. Even though Google takes most of that, but I think that's the easiest way. But I appreciate you. Much love. Thanks for all you do. This is from Shili. Shill. You help me stay calm during volatility. You're welcome. That's what I do. When things are good, things are good. When things are bad, that's when everyone gets a little fearful, and that's what I do. I'm here to help people stay calm and get through things because I've seen a lot of things. And my conviction in Bitcoin never sways. Yeah, even though I fall for emotion sometimes, but I know, I understand. When you understand Bitcoin, you know. There are up and down days, but it's going to go higher. Lucas, do you see ICP going to $20 bull run? ICP is not something that I follow, so I can't tell you. If it's $8 right now, will it go to $20? Probably. That's not too far off from $8, quite honestly. So probably, yes. AMU. Amulet. No idea what this is. It's not on a lot of exchanges. It's been going down ever since it debuted earlier this year. It's too low cap for me to look at right now. Sorry, man. Sam, appreciate it. If you set up donations through Streamlabs, you can keep all the profits. It can be displayed on YouTube. You know, I used to have one, but then people thought it was like weird, so then I removed it. Because I used to when I was back in the day, I got banned on YouTube, so I set one up on Twitch, and then like, you know, people didn't like it. Mike. Let me see if I could, maybe I still have that page done. Maybe I still have that. Oh, I removed it. I had a website actually built for it years ago. Yeah. Is $10 SUI too conservative of a price? I'd say that's pretty good. You know, that's a 5x from here. I'd say that's pretty. It's probably going higher than that, but I'd say it's a conservative price target. Would you go in on Bitcoin right now, or is it too late? It's never too late. That's why I talk about Bitcoin every day. It's never too late to get into Bitcoin because it's only going to get higher every 4 years. It's never going to stop. Bitcoin is going to get higher and stronger, and no matter how big it is, it's still going to keep on going because of the scarcity factor, because no matter what, unfortunately, doesn't matter if it's Trump, doesn't matter if it's whoever after him, the US government and all governments around the world will irresponsibly overspend, overprint, and all fiat is going to go to zero, which means inflation will always be a thing and drive prices higher. And that's why you need assets like Bitcoin that is scarce and can't be corrupted, and that's why it's going to continue to go up forever, right? So yes, it's never a bad time to buy Bitcoin. Short term, of course, it could go up and down. And a lot of people don't understand. That's why they get mad and they panic sell and they get miserable. But long term, you can never go wrong with Bitcoin. NMCT, awesome. As long as you made money with them and you took profits, that's all that matters. Because most of them are pump and dumps, and people that are caught holding the bag last, they will be crying. Matthew, no. Ricky, what would you do if you put 50% in portfolio into MAGA and Trump and then should tank down 80 and 50%? This is exactly what I was just answering NMCT. You can't rely on any of those memes that are just like trying to steal the thunder, ride the coattails of the election, because they have nothing to do with him, and I've warned people about that. Are you serious? Did you put 50% of your portfolio into them and now you're down 80 and 50%? Because I don't know what you should do. Maybe they have a chance to come back, or maybe they will continue to go down to zero. So I don't know. You have to make that decision. But I told you and many others not to get involved with those. You take a risk. And why would you put 50% of your portfolio into them? If you're going to go with memes, you always put a small percentage of your portfolio into them, not 50%. Then you're just setting yourself up for failure. Sam, price target for TD and FTM. I don't know, man. Big Red could go up to the moon. I hope it does. And Phantom, I don't know. It goes up and down. It seems to be stagnant. So I actually don't know where it's going to go. What is your favorite crypto that could easily 5x Solana? Do you think Pepe will 10x from here? Probably. Probably, yes. I think all memes will. Like someone asked about Big Red. Big Red could probably do 100x. I hope it does. I hope it does 1000x. Because then I could be a billionaire. I don't even know if 1000x I'll be a billionaire. But all memes have potential to do 10x. 100x for sure. But Pepe probably can't do 100x. It's too big. But like the smaller memes, they all can. But whether or not it will is another story. Doge, CG Beats. I just did a whole thing about Doge. You know, Doge, its next stop could be 45 cents. And if it hit 45 cents, then it's on its way to its previous high of 70 cents. Doge, I guess, you know, I'll admit this. In 2021, yeah, in 2021, I really, like, faded, I guess, the memes. Like, I really did not like the memes. I completely overlooked Shiba. Like, I could have made a killing in Shiba. People were telling me about it. I got in a little bit and I sold it at a small profit. I could have made a killing on Shiba because I got in early too. But I hated memes. I just did not see the point in them. I thought they were all rugs. And then this cycle, I finally got involved with some. I talked to the leadership and I realized that not everyone in memes are ruggers. Most still are, but there are some that are actually just legitimate good guys that wants to build something for the community or for the chains. But this cycle is definitely led by memes. So that's why I've come to embrace a lot of memes this cycle. And I think memes this cycle will dominate the retail space. So, but yeah, with that said, I think Doge, Shiba, and like all the good ones, the bigger ones like Pepe, Bonk, Whiff, Popcat, all these now blue chip ones, I think they will continue to do well. Some of the newer ones will do well. But you just got to be careful. There are still a lot of rugs. There will be a lot of new ones that'll be rugs, but some, you know, some new ones will come out and surprise people. Yeah, Phantom like continues to be held down. It like keeps on breaking to a level and then it just never goes anywhere. See, this is what let me see. Let me zoom out a little bit. See, Phantom has a hard time breaking out of this. I don't know what it is. Like it keeps on coming here and then I'm boom down, right? And then I'm boom. Like it just keeps having a hard time breaking out of here. I'm not quite sure why. Well, I mean, looking at this, if I'm doing some charting here, if Phantom could break out of 80 cents, then it's time to be bullish on Phantom. But until then, it's hard to be bullish. They just can't break out. They got a whiles to go. If they could break out of 80 cents, then I would say they're ready. Sold to 500. I think Sol is going to go a lot higher than 500 this cycle. Over 1,000 for sure. Possibly to even 2,000. I'm very, very bullish on Sol. I think Sol is going to go absolutely bonkers this cycle. CryptosRUs Plus has been renamed to Alpha First, in case you guys don't remember. Well, not don't remember, but like I said that a couple times. So it's called Alpha First now. Yeah, Doge. That's the March high. Doge was really close to breaking that. If Doge breaks that, super bullish. Sol. Yeah, Sol's right now is pressed against a major resistance that I drew. That resistance has been ongoing since May, and it goes all the way back to April. That's that one, basically where it is right now, like 186. So if Solana can break through, it's really trying right now. If it breaks through, then yeah, it's going to close in on 200, and its March high of 2010 will be like right around the corner. Right now, this is like it looks like this is like the resistance, the hard resistance is trying to break. It should be able to do it. Look at that volume spike right there. You could see that. Like, if you guys could see it, that's a huge volume spike. All right, I think that's it. MicroStrategy still holding around 250. Coinbase 228, climbing up. If Coinbase could get back up to like the 270s by the end of this year, I'd be very happy. But I think they have a really good shot now, especially because Gary Gensler's going to be out. I think people are going to be very receptive to Coinbase. Everything else is like double digits. Like everything you pick now, like the money is flowing back. This is what I was saying, like the last few weeks. Retail has been scared to come back in, but now I don't know. It's early. It's only been a day, obviously, right? But we needed something to get retail excited to bring them back in. And I said that a new all-time high for Bitcoin will probably do that. So that's number one. Number two, Gary getting out. 3, Trump coming back in, economy getting better. All these things. You know, whales are coming back. Also, we'll see. I mean, it's only been one day, right? We'll see what the rest of the week does, and obviously the rest of this month. But it's definitely exciting right now. Definitely very, very exciting. All right, guys. Let's conclude. It's a good day so far. Could be better by tonight. So make sure you tune in. 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Maybe we'll form a new high, and then I'll have to bust out my bottle again. My other fancy bottle. I ran out of Blue Label. I might have to get it, but I have a fancier bottle. So tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy your gains. Have a good one. Take care. See you later. Bye-bye.